Hello everyone, welcome to this video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Moyo and you're so welcome to Shebite. Today I'm going to be doing can you cook with 1,500 naira? Can you cook for your family with 1,500 naira? I've been seeing this challenge on YouTube and I thought I would jump on it and see. Guys, it sounds easy, but trust me, when you're doing your calculation, when you're going back to your spreadsheet to check how much is this one, how much is that one, that 1,500 was already finished before you know it. So if you want to see what I got up to, what I made, how I managed the money, then definitely stay tuned because it turned out to be a super yummy and interesting dish. So if you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here, and share with your friends and your family who would enjoy it also. Thanks for watching. Okay, so for our starch, we're going to be making naan bread. I'm keeping some flour on the side to use to flour the surface when we're rolling out the bread and also to use to thicken the curry. So I have 500 grams of white flour, about 5 grams of salt, and then I'm adding 5 grams of yeast. You can also make a flatbread without yeast if that's what you want to do. Then I'm going to be adding some lukewarm water, not too hot, you don't want to kill your yeast, and not too cold so that it doesn't take forever to rise. So mix everything together until you form a nice smooth dough. I added about 250 milliliters of water at the end of the day. Knead for about 5 minutes until you have a nice and smooth dough, and then leave this on the side to rest in a warm part of your kitchen and rise. Trust me, flatbread is a great way to go when you don't have so much to spend. Now let's get into the curry. Here I have some tomatoes, pepper, and tatashe that has been blended. I ended up using 1 onion because I had to cut down on the cost. Some palm oil. We have bay leaves, uda pod, and some Maggi cubes. Also, of course, salt and dried pepper. And then we have goat meat. Actually, ram meat. This is cooked ram meat, which I got for 1,000 naira in total. So this was kind of what was the bulk of the expense in this thing. Obviously, as you can expect, meat is expensive, and it's actually the most expensive thing that you're probably going to be using in your meal. So this, I had to struggle to get this to work with all the other prices that were in there. So just cut it into small pieces. You can also use fresh meat. Just do the same thing, cut into small pieces. Then I'm going to boil it. This meat has amazing flavor and I want to try and extract the flavor as much as possible to add to this curry. Then on the other hand, we're going to heat the palm oil in a pot. I tried to use palm oil so that it has like a bit of a native flavor, with the ram, to just give it like a more rustic native flavor. Then you're going to fry your onions as well as your bay leaves and your uda pods. Considering like if we had more money, we can add thyme, we can add rosemary, we can add other things, but not today. So just stir fry it until the onion starts to brown lightly, and then you're going to add in the blended pepper and tomato mixture. Stir it together and then leave it to cook until the water in the mixture has almost completely dried, so about 20 to 30 minutes. Next up, we're going to be rolling out our naan bread. Right now there's 4 of us in our household, so I wanted to make sure that each person got at least 2 pieces. It turns out that I had 9 pieces in total, so that was perfect, 1 extra in case anyone was extra hungry. So just cut it into the number of pieces you want. I had 9 pieces at the end, and then you're going to cover them with a piece of cloth and then roll each one out individually. While you're rolling them out, you want to heat up your pan, put a little bit of oil in it so that you're ready to start frying once you start rolling them out. You want to flour them really well. The dough is a bit moist and so it can tend to stick to your rolling pin, but just be patient and keep going until it's as thin as possible, or as thin as you desire rather. Usually I'll put like garlic or I'll put onion seeds on my naan, but we are economizing what we have to get what we want in this situation, so it's just going to be plain naan bread. But obviously you can add other things on top of your naan when you're in other circumstances. So basically you're going to fry on both sides for about 2 minutes each. Then you're going to transfer to the live open fire for that extra smoky flavor. I have a full recipe for Naan on my channel, so you can also check that out and see how it's made in more detail. Looks so delicious. When we're done frying all our bread, we're going to go back and check on the meat. Add more water if you need to. It has been cooking for about 30 minutes. Then I'm going to add the cooked kind of tomatoes, peppers mixture into the pot that contains the goat. Mix everything together and then leave that to cook for a couple of minutes. You can also add any extra seasoning at this point, Maggi cubes, salt, pepper to your liking. I have to say, guys, at this point the kitchen was smelling amazing. The next thing you want to do is add a slurry of 2 tablespoons of plain flour and about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water so that you get a nice thick curry consistency. You can also add a bit more water if you need to thin it out if the texture is a bit too thick, or you could add a bit more of the flour slurry. Normally at this point, we'll add our vegetables, we'll add carrots, green pepper, but we're sticking to the basics because we have only 1.5 to spend. So guys, this was what the meal looks like at the end of the day. I just garnished the curry with some scent leaves. You cannot count that as something because I got it from the garden, and either you or your neighbor, they have scent leaves in their garden, so just go and take it from them or just eat it like that. It was really delicious, and look in the description box for the exact amount of each thing I spent. I was a little bit more over 1,500 naira, but I tried as much as possible to keep it there. And I think this is a really delicious meal for that price. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here, because I'm so glad you watched to this point. And share it with others who you think would enjoy it, who you think can also try this cheap and cheerful, delicious recipe at home. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below what you think, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.